The grand chamber of the Galactic Council was a swirling kaleidoscope of alien forms, glowing energy, and floating platforms. Species from hundreds of worlds gathered, each with their own agenda. Humans are unpredictable, warned the elderly Vorton delegate, tentacles quivering. They have technology that rivals ours, instincts honed over millennia, and a tendency to improvise catastrophically. Most delegates snickered. Primitive, weak, and hardly worth the attention, another species, the sleek Solari, muttered. They're barely spacefaring. A minor annoyance at best. Council leaders nodded, dismissing the warnings. A vote was cast. Send a small observation fleet to Earth. Observation, they claimed. Just to confirm they are harmless. First glimpse of humanity. Deep in orbit, the humans aboard the USS Tenacity floated casually. The crew sipped coffee, laughed over a card game, and inspected controls with curiosity. Captain Max Hayes yawned. All right, team, new day, new galaxy. Let's see who's spying on us today. Sarah Kim frowned at the sensors. Captain, multiple unknown vessels just jumped into orbit. Relax, Max said, stretching. They're probably polite neighbors. Let's wave. Rafik, hands still sticky with coffee, waved at the incoming holographic probe. Morning. Nice ship. Outside, hundreds of alien sensors scanned the Tenacity. Within minutes, the aliens' equipment overloaded, and minor fleet malfunctions began. What manner of beings are these? A Solari officer shrieked. Harmless, the Vorton delegate whispered. I think we underestimated them. 3. Observation gone wrong. The observation fleet attempted a subtle demonstration of power. A warning beam, a small orbital missile, a few probe drones. Max adjusted a console out of curiosity. The warning beam ricocheted harmlessly, hitting the observation fleet instead. Several drones exploded. Sarah groaned. We didn't even try to fight. Exactly, Max said with a grin. Humans are excellent at accidents. The aliens scrambled, calling for reinforcements, while the Tenacity crew poured another cup of coffee and chuckled at the flickering alarms. 4. Humans, casual and dangerous. Rafik fiddled with the shields to see how fast they could go. Instantly, 2 orbiting drones misfired and collided spectacularly. Sarah muttered, Every minor adjustment you make causes catastrophic results. Max leaned back, sipping his coffee. That's just humans for you. Calm, polite, and terrifying by accident. Across the galaxy, sensors reported the first shocking images. Humans calmly in their ship, while fleets designed to intimidate them self-destructed. The Council would soon learn a hard truth. Ignoring the warning about humans was the galaxy's first mistake, and not the last. The small observation fleet, sent by the Galactic Council, loomed in orbit above Earth. Sleek alien ships glinted in sunlight, engines humming like a chorus of deadly insects. On the USS Tenacity, Captain Max Hayes sipped coffee, leaning back in his chair. Looks like we have visitors, he said. Sarah Kim squinted at the displays. Visitors? Captain, that's at least 20 fully armed ship. And they're not waving. Max shrugged. Probably just curious. Let's say hello. Rafik waved at the approaching fleet. Morning. Nice, tri-antenna thing. Lovely paint job. 2. First attempt at intimidation. The lead alien ship fired a warning beam, bright and deadly, designed to coerce compliance. Humans barely noticed. Rafik pressed a random button labeled Flux Harmonizer. The beam ricocheted off Tenacity's shields and hit a smaller escort vessel, which exploded spectacularly. Sarah groaned. We didn't even aim, and we just destroyed a frigate. Max grinned. Efficiency. Humans are good at accidents. 3. Alien diplomacy fails. A holographic envoy appeared on the Tenacity's bridge, tall, glimmering, and very serious. Humans, identify yourselves and prepare to comply with Galactic Council directives. Max tilted his head. Comply? We're more of a figure things out as we go type. Is that okay? Sarah pinched the bridge railing. Max, please, don't insult them. Max waved casually. Oh, no insult intended. Just curiosity. Also, coffee? The envoy's circuits sputtered, alarms went off, and one ship in orbit self-destructed mid-transmission. Impossible. They are laughing, one alien officer shouted. 4. Humans' casual destruction. Rafik, ever curious, tapped a few more buttons while Sarah nervously monitored sensors. The result: 2 orbital drones collided. A small planetary defense grid overloaded. A nearby communication relay burst into pink flames. Sarah muttered, "How can you be this calm while literally destroying their fleet?" Max shrugged. Humans improvise. That's all there is to it. Across the galaxy, the Council received reports. The humans weren't just surviving, they were dismantling technology, freeing systems, and laughing through it all. 5. Panic at the Council. Back at the Galactic Council chamber, delegates flailed. They're everywhere, a Vorton officer squeaked. They are not afraid of anything. Send reinforcements, barked the Solari representative. But every fleet sent to intercept humans faltered. Systems failed, shields collapsed, and pilots panicked at minor miscalculations that humans had caused by doing nothing significant. 6. Humans remain oblivious. Max sipped coffee, observing the chaos through the viewport. See, he said. Polite, caffeinated, and terrifying. Classic humans. Rafik laughed. We've liberated 3 systems already, Captain, accidentally. Sarah sighed. Humans, you are going to make a legend out of yourselves. And so began humanity's unintentional conquest, as the galaxy learned the first hard lesson: never underestimate humans. The USS Tenacity drifted through the outskirts of the Kryllian sector, sensors picking up dozens of patrol ships, orbital weapons platforms, and surveillance drones. Captain Max Hayes sipped his 3rd coffee of the morning. All right, team, mission update. We're lost, caffeinated, and polite. Let's go poke around. Sarah Kim groaned. Max, poke around usually ends in explosions. Exactly, Max said with a grin. Efficiency. Rafik tapped a console randomly. Sparks shot out, and an entire Kryllian frigate squadron exploded. Sarah blinked. You just destroyed them by touching a dial? Max shrugged. Humans. Nature's ultimate accident. 2. Empire reacts. Diplomats attempt protocol. On the Kryllian flagship, Emperor Vorath watched in horror as his fleets malfunctioned. They are unstoppable, hissed a panicked general. They're laughing at our fleets, a diplomat added. Yes, Vorath growled. And they smile while doing it. A Kryllian envoy, carrying treaties and ceremonial gifts, was dispatched to negotiate. Max examined the holographic message. Surrender? That's not really a thing humans do. Sorry. Rafik added casually, also, these crystals are pretty. Mind if I take one? The envoy froze. Do they understand hierarchy? Sarah muttered, they don't care. That's the problem. 3. Accidental tactical genius. The Kryllian fleet mobilized, sending capital ships to encircle the Tenacity. Max flipped a switch labeled, Do Not Touch. Sparks flew, energy beams misfired, and the entire enemy formation attacked itself. Rafik rubbed his eyes. We didn't even aim. Max chuckled. Humans improvise. Sarah sighed. We're leaving a trail of humiliated generals across the galaxy. 4. Civilian liberation, also accidental. As the Tenacity passed occupied worlds, humans noticed oppressed populations. Max waved at a mining colony. Hey, need help? Rafik pressed a button that opened the planetary defense grid. Security drones malfunctioned. Prison gates opened. Sarah watched liberated civilians cheer. We didn't plan this. Max shrugged. Liberation is a side effect of being polite humans in the wrong galaxy. 5. Empire leadership in despair. On the Emperor's flagship, Vorath banged his claws on the console. They are everywhere. Systems falling. Colonies liberated. And they're laughing. Yes, Excellency, a strategist said. They appear to be having fun while destroying us. Vorith roared, send everything. Stop them. Deep down, he knew it was already too late. 6. Humans, oblivious, continue casual domination. Back on the Tenacity, humans relaxed in the mess hall, sipping coffee, joking about interstellar politics. Max smirked at the galaxy outside. Well, that was fun. Next stop, maybe a quiet nebula for brunch? Rafik laughed. Brunch after accidentally conquering half their fleet? Sarah shook her head. Humans, you are a disaster wrapped in charm. Max raised his mug. And thus begins the legend. Emperor Vorith paced across the obsidian bridge of his flagship, Throne of Dominion. His claws scraped sparks from the polished floor as reports flooded in. Fleets crippled, colonies liberated, diplomats humiliated. Send everything, he roared. Every ship, every weapon, every minor bureaucrat. A trembling general whispered, Excellency, they are humans. They laugh while dismantling our fleets and freeing systems. Voritha's eyes blazed. Then I will confront them personally. I will make them kneel, or regret existing. 2. Humans invite trouble. Casually. On the Tenacity's bridge, Max sipped coffee as the massive Kryllian hologram of the Emperor appeared, towering and terrifying. Molten eyes, jagged claws, and a voice that shook the stars. Humans! You have violated my empire. You will submit or perish. Max yawned. Oh, hi. You must be the boss. Nice claws. Sarah facepalmed. Max, please. Max waved cheerfully. Quick question, nearest cafe? Rafik muttered, we're all going to die from sheer insult. 3. Humans humiliate the Empire. Vorith bellowed, pounding invisible fists on the display. Do you mock me? Max grinned. Mock? Oh no. Just curious. Your fleet, very old-fashioned by the way. Sarah groaned. You cannot be serious. Max continued, oblivious. Also, these treaties, very confusing. Did someone proofread them? Voritha's hologram flickered. Generals whispered, they are dismantling our authority with words alone. Enough! Vorith shouted. Send a strike force. Max leaned back. Strike force? Cute. Want some sugar with that. 4. Accidental display of power. Vorith unleashed his personal strike fleet. Capital ships, orbital lasers, war behemoth. Rafik fiddled with a console. One minor adjustment sent the Emperor's entire strike formation into chaos. Weapons misfired, shields overloaded, engines jammed. Sarah pinched the railing. We didn't even aim. Max grinned. Humans improvise. Across the Empire, fleets went offline or self-destructed. Vorith screamed, how is this possible? 5. Unlikely diplomacy. Max leaned forward for the first serious moment. Look, we didn't come to fight. We're explorers. But if you insist on intimidation, it doesn't work that way. Sarah added, your citizens deserve freedom. You've been a little mean. Vorith froze. Mean? Yes, Max shrugged. You've been galaxy bossy. Not cool. But we're helping. Freeing people is kind of our thing. Rafik tapped the console, sending liberation signals across multiple planets. The Kryllian fleet panicked. 6. Emperor defeated by politeness. Voritha's claws trembled. Impossible. I cannot conquer humans. Max sipped coffee. And the funny thing? You tried and failed very politely, actually. Sarah groaned. Captain, you just verbally and accidentally defeated a galactic emperor. Rafik laughed. Also, we liberated 3 systems while chatting. The Emperor roared one last time and vanished, as humans casually resumed course for the nearest cafe. Outside, the galaxy murmured, the humans, they are here and they fear nothing. The USS Tenacity cruised lazily through Kryllian space, engines humming, coffee mugs balanced on consoles, and humans chatting like nothing had happened. Behind them, the galaxy was in chaos. Kryllian fleets scattered, planets liberated, and oppressive governors fleeing. Entire colonies once enslaved were celebrating, waving holographic banners and broadcasting messages of gratitude. Alien species whispered across comm channels, "Humans, they are unstoppable. And they don't even try." Sarah Kim stared at the viewscreen. "We didn't conquer anything intentionally, yet we've basically rewritten the power map of half the galaxy." Max grinned, sipping coffee. "Efficient. Humans excel at accidental dominance." Rafik chuckled. "Accidental, yes. Polite, yes. Terrifying, definitely." 2. The Emperor's last desperate attempt. Emperor Vorith scrambled aboard his flagship, desperately rallying what remained of the Kryllian Empire. They are leaving?" he bellowed. "Send everything. Intercept them." Sensors showed the Tenacity moving effortlessly past entire fleet. Every attack failed spectacularly. Weapons misfired, shields collapsed, even minor mechanical errors caused massive explosions in Kryllian ship. Voritha's advisors whispered, "Excellency, they are humans. They do not fear us. They cannot be predicted." Voritha's eyes bulged. "Then, they are invincible?" 3. Humans casual, galaxy inspired. Max leaned back in his chair. "Course plotted for a nice nebula, maybe brunch. Anyone want pancakes?" Sarah sighed. "Do you realize the entire empire is in panic right now?" Max shrugged. "They'll survive. Probably. Eventually. And they learned a valuable lesson: don't underestimate humans." Rafik tapped the console, smiling. "And we liberated more planets than I can count. That's heroic, right?" Sarah rolled her eyes. "Heroic is one word. Chaos is another. You've done both." 4. A legacy across the stars. As the Tenacity left Kryllian space, news of humans spread like wildfire. Entire species began preparing, whispering tales of strange, fearless humans who dismantled fleets by accident. Small colonies and oppressed species sent messages of gratitude, gifts, and promises of alliance for the next time humans appeared. The Kryllian Empire reeled, factions forming, generals whispering, "Never cross a human again." Humans didn't care. Max sipped coffee. Next galaxy? Hopefully somewhere quieter. Maybe one without an empire. Or at least a good cafe. Rafik laughed. "Quiet in our galaxy?" "Sure, Max." Sarah shook her head. "You really do leave a mark wherever you go, don't you?" Max smiled. "That's just humans, I guess. Unstoppable, polite, caffeinated. Classic." 5. Closing beat. The legend begins. The Tenacity drifted into uncharted space, crew chatting, laughing, and enjoying the stars. Behind them, the galaxy had learned a simple but terrifying truth. Humans were not to be underestimated. They did not fear power, they did not bow to authority, and even by accident, they changed the course of history. Somewhere, an oppressed alien child looked up at the stars and whispered, "When humans arrive, everything changes." And thus, a new legend of humanity, fearless, clever, and casually unstoppable, began to spread across the galaxy.